Welcome to the 50th anniversary of the cancellation of the Avro project. As some of you may already know, I am the president and general manager. As for the people in the audience that do not know what happened, I will give you a brief synopsis of the project. The Avro Canada CF-105 Aero was a delta-winged interceptor aircraft which was designed and built by Avro Aircraft Limited, Canada in Malton, Ontario. The project started to commence in 1953. This aircraft was considered to be both an advanced technical and aerodynamic achievement for the Canadian aviation industry. Avro Aero could reach the speeds of Mach 2 at altitudes exceeding 50,000 feet, and was created to serve as the Royal Canadian Air Force's primary interceptor aircraft in the 1960s and in the future. In 1958, the start of the flight test program commenced, and was soon interrupted. The development of the Aero was stopped due to political issues and controversies before the project review had taken place. The controversy caused the project to be cancelled and the destruction of the aircraft that were still in production. This remains a topic for debate among historians, political observers, and experts in this industry. This action put Avro out of business indefinitely, and its highly skilled engineering and production staff scattered. The cancellation of this project caused many to mourn the loss of the Avro Aero. I will now be answering any questions you may have.
Oh yes, I have a question.
Yeah.
What were the political issues and controversies that caused the Avro Aero project to be stopped?
From the start, the Avro Aero project was a risky and expensive one. Canada was dealing with new state-of-the-art technology, such as the airframe engine, fire control systems, and the missiles. Such technology was expensive to produce. In fact, it was Canada's most expensive single defense project that the country has ever taken on. Canada tried to sell the Aero to the US, but they countered with their own kind of bombing plane, which we ended up buying into. RCAF Air Marshal Hugh Campbell told the Defense Ministry that he would only accept the cancellation of the project if they could have a better interceptor aircraft. On February 20th, 1959, the Prime Minister ordered that the project would be scrapped immediately. They ended up destroying all of the Aeros being made, destroying the documentation for the aircrafts, and laying off 14,000 Avro employees. Any more questions?
Yes. Why was the Avro Aero created and what was it used for?
The Avro Aero was created because in 1958 the Soviets were developing long-range bomber planes able to carry nuclear weapons across North America and Europe. The bombers would be bombing military bases located in Canada and in the US, but they would be flying over the Arctic to get there. In retaliation, the Western countries started to develop interceptor aircraft to counterattack these bomber planes. The jobs of the interceptor planes were to prevent enemy aircraft from completing their mission. They were typically used against bomber and reconnaissance planes. The interceptors usually depend on high speeds and powerful weapons to get their job done as quickly as possible. The Avro Aero was made specifically to counterattack the Soviet bombers crossing through the Arctic. Any more questions?
What were some defining features of the Avro Aero?
One of the main features they implemented into the Avro Aero was its wings. The type of wings they used was called delta wings. Delta wings had the same advantages of other wings when going supersonic, but they allowed for more room in the aircraft and had a bigger surface area. They also allowed for more room for fuel, which was a good thing during the 1950s because fuel efficiency was not that great. Also, big wings allowed the aircraft to have more lift and reach higher altitudes. Another defining feature was the Iroquois engine. This powerful engine was capable of reaching Mach 3 speeds and was expected to break world record speeds. These were to be implemented into the Mark II series of this aircraft, but the project was scrapped before they could test out new engines.